presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Oh, look who we have. It's a beautiful day. Get our man, Jim from Minneapolis. We're going to take it by storm.
Taking it by storm, baby.
I love that. That's a great saying, man. Hey, what's happening, brother?
Good morning, gentlemen. How you guys doing today?
Good, man. Yourself?
Oh, man. It's been the most incredible couple of days since when I called in on Friday, Litecoin busted out of that consolidation on the 2-hour chart.
Okay.
And it just never looked back. It did a 100-point ABC up, and now it's very extended the way I look at it. But holy, I mean, it went up to $420 last night.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Well, welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 7.5 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great day, a great week, and a great month. Kicking into June, folks. Gotta love it. Cultivate wisdom. You don't need to accumulate knowledge to become wise. Anyone can become wise. When you become wise, you respect your mind, you respect your soul. When you become wise, your life is controlled by your heart, not your head. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 104, NASDAQ up 67, S&P's up 14, gold contract flat, $17.51 an ounce. Silver up 30 cents, $18.80 an ounce. Light sweet crude flat, $35.62 a barrel, notes and bonds. We have the 10-year right now down 2 ticks, trading 139.10. The 30-year off 20 at 179.12. And where is King Dollar, man? King Dollar was down about a half a cent, over 500 ticks. There she is, 521 ticks, 97.824. The euro is at 111. The yen is out here at 107.60, and the British pound is at 124 to 1 U.S. dollar. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. What do you have? Well, we go over. Let's take a look at the future first. You get a creeper up here. No two ways about it. All last week we had a creeper. Bottom line is that you kept getting higher highs, though. Volume is light, no two ways about that. We get the same setup out here today, but we are at intraday highs out here also, folks. Bottom line, the SPY's up $1.60. You got 40 million shares trading. That 40 million is going into 90. You'll probably do all of about 60 million. We'll see how it shakes out coming into the close, but the prices have held out here today, no doubt. NDX 100, same setup in the NDX. Monster contraction, too. I mean, a monster contraction in volume out here. Bottom line is that we're going into going into 43 million, which, by the way, is light. We've done 20 million right now, so the NDX is going to do about 30 million. That being said, guess what? You are right next to the high. The all-time high inside the Qs is a 237.47. The low of that high, same trading day, 235.85. And guess what, folks? When we take a look at this today, we missed this baby 235.85. Yeah, by about $1.50. So. Bottom line, there's no one in the store, but they're buying the product. That's what this shakes down to. Gold contract out here. We did out here in the gold contract today. You rejected lower price out here. Gold was trading down to the price point of $17.37. You're at $17.51 right now. Basically a flat market. You've got 139,000 contracts. Gold's in an ABC structure on the way up. That structure has a price projection of approximately $18.25. Notes and bonds, they bottom line, they just continue sideways. They've been sideways for 2 months right now, still sideways, and they look to me like they're going to stay sideways. My bias right now is that the note and bond market is actually going to go higher in price, lower in yield. Let's go to Mark in Boston. Hey, Mark, what's going on?
Hey, how are you, Tom?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good. Finally got some warm weather up here.
Oh, cool, man. Spring sprung, even though it's June 1st, right?
That's right. That's right.
So what are we going to look at?
I wanted to look at Vista Gold. It seemed to be getting a little bit of juice today.
Let's take a look. You get Vista Gold, folks. You've heard Freddie Ernest on here. Bottom line, small gold exploration stock. The low for the year is 36 cents. The high is $1.05. No doubt it's been getting juice. Now, do you own this?
Yeah, I'm up, I don't know, 20 cents or so.
Okay, so, I mean, my take on this, the next stop is this for $1.05. It's got volume behind the move, and, if you get juice at $1.05, the next stop after that's $2, man. Have you ever traded this before?
No.
Okay, so the way this works, folks, this equity, I've been trading this equity for years. It's important to understand something about this equity when you're trading it. So $1.05 is the next stop. You get juice at $1.05. Then this will go right after $2, which is the high that was generated in June of 2016. When you decide to move this out, you got to feed this out slow inside the marketplace because it's a highly volatile equity, even when there is a lot of liquidity inside it. The market maker in this particular equity is very bright. I mean, really bright. And I'll show you, and you can just see some of the spikes that you get. You're going to want to end up selling this on a spike because the spikes are dramatic and the pullbacks are dramatic. Okay? So don't stay too long to the party, but bottom line is that right now you get some action here big time, too.
Great, thanks, man.
Okay, man. Have a great one. Have a safe one. Let's go to our man Frank in Gloucester. Hey, Frank, what's going on, brother? He's overlooking the beautiful rocks that he has. Okay, we're gonna grab Frank. Frank was looking at Wheaton Precious Metals. The low's 18, the high's 47. What has happened out here, folks, is that you have the silver market taking off in a big way. Now, with Wheaton looks to me like it definitely needs more volume as it's going into this high. Because if we pull this back, what you're going to see, Wheaton is going after its all-time high. The all-time high is $47.60.
What's going on?
Hey, man, how you doing?
Okay. I didn't think you were going to be on me so quick. But
I know. I told the audience, I know what you're doing. You're overlooking that beautiful cliffs in the water, man. That's what you're doing.
It's beautiful. I was just out with the dog, running her, and, man, we had a great time right along the shoreline.
Sweet. I love it.
Hey, Wheaton Precious Metals, WPM.
Yeah.
Looks awfully good to me here.
It's good. It wants to hit this high, but we're definitely going to need volume to start coming into this because this is going to be one of these deals, Frank, for 100% move, meaning, so,
okay.
It's a good, listen, silver's a good setup right now. They're driving silver, but I suspect it's going to hit there, but we definitely need more volume.
So watch it at the top. Thank you.
Kick it, brother. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks. The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my gold report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, JDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is up 83. We get the Nasdaq up 61. S&Ps are up 12. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Dave Mazda. Folks, Dave is the managing director, head of product at Direction. We all know what Direction is. Bottom line, Direction. You can come over to the Direction's website at direction.com, and that's spelled DIREXION.com. When you're over there, folks, if you trade these, the doubles, the triples, even the singles, the bottom line is that they have a great newsletter out here. It's free. It's the Exchange newsletter. You can sign up right there. You get a lot of great information each and every week. Dave Mazda, how you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me back.
Absolutely. So, we have, and we were talking about the Exchange newsletter, Dave, and it's pretty cool, man. One of the top ones is like different market, same lead is tech ETFs, right?
Yeah, exactly. It's basically been the same stocks that were doing well before the sell-off have started to come back in full force. And that's tech, really, right?
Yes.
Semiconductors, really the kind of cyclical and secular growers that we saw. With that being said, last week we saw the biggest rotation for financials relative to tech since the 2016 election. As investors are weighing, should they shift to more even more cyclical names, more beaten down names. But of course, that trade got slammed right in its head on Thursday, and now we're back again to what had been working before.
Yeah, so let's talk about that for a second, because you know what's intriguing. You had folks rotating into the small caps in a huge way, and then what we had, when I was looking, Dave, on I think it was Thursday, J.P. Morgan. If we talk the financials of the big banks for a second, J.P. Morgan, man, that thing just took off, and then it seemed, it didn't drag the rest of them up, but all those big banks, they start moving. And if you're looking at the banking sector, folks, whether you're a bull or a bear, you can be taking a look at that FAZ and FAS. But talk to me about these big banks a little too. That was pretty wild how JP. Well, I watched JP more than any of them actually, but it's the whole sector actually took off too.
Yeah, no, exactly. They're really one of the leading names in the space and looked at, kind of to your point, as a guide for where the rest of financials could go. We've seen an increase in activity in FAS and FAZ as people try to play this financials trade. Another fund that might not be as well known doesn't give you exposure to the big money center banks. That's DPST. So that's actually a 3 times bull exposure on regional banks. That's an area where we saw significant run as people did make that rotation, especially into some of those smaller banks that had been so beaten up during the worst of the sell-off.
Now, this is really cool, folks. Okay, so the symbol is DPST, and, I'm bringing this up, and I'm bringing up the holdings that are inside it. You know what's so cool about this, Dave, right, is that, all of us, meaning whether, you were in the part of the, you're working getting the stimulus checks, or, you're running companies, I would expect, and I'm just telling you from personal experience, we have accounts basically at the larger banks, right? But after this, because of the PP deal, and small companies like us can get lost in the big banks, right? We're going now with a smaller regional bank. Just in case for the future. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I could pick up a phone call like a big bank could or your company could and talk to someone. Do you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, it's an interesting take.
Yeah.
If you're having that same experience, you'd have to imagine that, again, for years, as we saw so much consolidation, like we've seen in the retail space, right? Amazon sucking up traditional retailers. Banks, regional banks, may have that opportunity to be closer to the consumer, closer to the customer, to give them the potential to run. Now, of course, lots of headwinds with the interest rate environment, but it's been interesting. Another area that we've seen tons of activity in because rates have been so low is in our home builders ETF. The ticker there is NAIL, and that's one that really was a bit forgotten about by traders, but now more recently as kind of housing's in this odd sweet spot, at least for the time being, from an activity perspective, we've seen the home building stocks and the connected names begin to rally pretty sharply as well.
Yeah, look at this, NAIL. So you got, you get big liquidity in this. This is awesome, man. So inside of NAIL, this is the bull position. Yeah, you got, of course, in the home building business, you got the home builders, you got Home Depot, Sherwin-Williams, man, that stock blows my mind. I mean, I spent a huge amount of money on paint anyway, but it's just amazing that you can be a paint company and do so well. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, oh my God, crazy.
Well, people, just like there could be this, again, opportunity for regional banks. We know the stores that have been allowed to do open because there had been some pent-up demand for some spending have been many stores like Lowe's and like Home Depot where people can, if you're going to be home, you can maybe finally get that project kick-started that hadn't been there. And so, we've seen traders moving very quickly. NAIL's grown in size tremendously, and the liquidity has as well, as people have, again, said, hey, there's a little pocket of opportunity here in home builders that maybe I can put into my radar alongside some of the other funds that they might already be using from direction.
Totally. You know what I dig, and I haven't traded that yet, and I'll get my head wrapped around that. What I like about that, it's almost like the energy sector. And what happens, folks, is that if you can get your handle on 3 or 4 of those decent stocks inside the holdings, you can get a better understanding of, we know that we never can be right or wrong, but the probability is you'll have a better grip as to where it's going. I love ETFs that basically have, basically 20 decent equities in it. You know what I mean? Because check them off. This up, down, don't know, up, down. Do you know what I mean? But you do a little 20 minutes and you kind of figure out where you think you're going to go. So talk to me about also the aspect of inflation, stagflation. What do we have out here for inflation and stagflation?
Oh, look, I mean, the question about when inflation is coming has been on investors' minds for so long. Traders have tried to take advantage of it many times in a difficult way because rates have just been on that one-way path as inflation's been so low. Our base case is that we're going to see some deflation, some disinflationary pressures in the short term here, right? That's expected. You saw the CPI print. We know the PCE prints. But here's what's interesting. If we get disintegrated supply chains, if we believe companies need to start paying people more, maybe to take risks and to go to the office or do certain types of jobs, that actually is this kind of medium-term inflationary pressures. So we might be getting an interesting setup where as we get out of this, eventually, whether it's Q3 or if it does get pushed out further, that might be accompanied with rising prices for the first time in a long time. So that's another area where we know TMV and has seen and TMF has seen a lot of activity as people try to play both sides of this interest rate environment.
No, totally. And TMV, folks, is the bear case, and TMF, I believe, is the bull, right?
Yes.
Yeah, which is, and this is all about, what's so cool about this too, folks, this is about the 20-year plus Treasury, and this is the first time that the Treasury actually put any bills out since 1986, which is pretty amazing. Dave,
yeah, exactly. So that index's composition will begin to change as they kind of change the maturity scale from just doing 10s and 30s now, of course, reintroducing the 20-year to the mix as well.
Pretty cool. Appreciate the education, Dave. You're a great one, safe one. We look forward to speaking in 2 weeks.
Thank you. Talk soon.
Thank you. Everyone. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
If you're not currently using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, TAS understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the TAS Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the TAS Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today. TFNN has developed a daily programming lineup for traders by traders. We start every trading day live at 8:30 a.m. with Tommy O'Brien hosting the morning market kickoff as he starts the day off by breaking down everything you need to know about what's going on for the trading day ahead. At 9 a.m., Larry Pesavento takes your calls and questions live on the air for the opening bell as he hosts Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom and Tommy O'Brien host the Bull Bear Trading Hour. At 11 a.m., it's Kevin Hinks and Alex Coffey from TD Ameritrade Network with Fast Market. Basil Chapman at noon with the Tiger Technicians Hour. Steve Rhodes hosts the Trader's Edge at 1 p.m. Dave White with the Power Trading Hour at 2 p.m. And Tom O'Brien closes out the day for the final hour of trading live from 3 till 4. Don't miss a second of our daily programming lineup. Tune in to Tiger TV every trading day live at TFNN.com. Educating investors.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow is up 100, NASDAQ is up 72, S&P is up 12.5. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Steve Rhodes, as we do each and every Monday. And don't forget, folks, Steve has an outstanding show here every trading day, 1 to 2 Eastern Standard Time. Also has a great newsletter, Mastering Probability. Now, the way you get his newsletter, folks, just come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to see it right on the left-hand corner under featured content. You hit Mastering Probability. You just hit subscribe. And when you can get Mastering Probabilities for 1 month for $149. You can get it for 6 months for $695, which is a savings of $199 or 22%. You can get it for a year for $1195, which is a savings of $593 or 33%. They all come, folks, with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Everything to gain, 0 to lose. Steve Rhodes, what's going on?
weekend from many different perspectives. I thought for me, what I enjoyed the most about the weekend, well, other than a couple of birdies that I had while playing golf, was the space. I don't know what we call it. The Dragon, right?
Yep.
And
SpaceX, the Dragon mission.
Yeah,
yep, no doubt.
Yeah. And so what was fascinating about, and I'll tie it into what you and I are going to talk about, is after they got up into orbit, I was listening to some of the dialogue, and they were talking about the importance of being able to keep the space ship in the proper orbits out there. Now, the reason why that's important for me, Tom, is back in the 1960s, a guy by the name of Peter Harlan, he was running the he was running the facility that kept all of these satellites in their specific orbits. He worked out of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, out there. And so during the day, he was one of the first guys that had one of the big computers to do that. And so during the day, he was using this math that he used to keep each of the satellites in specific orbit. Then what he did was, in the evening time, he kind of moonlighted. He used the same computer, but he applied it to stock charts out there. One of the tools that I use actually comes from Peter Harlan and the math that he created. And it's this little green and red line. Let me just put the chart up here. It's a 30-minute time frame chart now that you and I are looking at for the NQ. And it's this squiggly red and green line. And I'm using the exact same tools, the exact same math that he did, but applying it to this stock chart. And I do this for each of the different time frames. I refer to it during the radio show as Stevie's red line or green line out there. The reason why it changes from red to green, Tom, is what it does is it tells me whether the price oscillator, and that happens to be the difference between what I use is a 39 and 19-day exponential moving average. It tells me whether the price oscillator, which is not shown on this chart, is above zero or below zero.
Okay.
And if it's green, it tells me that it's above zero. And so a bullish market would have, so when price is above this little green line here, what it tells us that we have a rising price oscillator above zero, and that's bullish. The other really cool part about this, Tom, was years ago I was trying to figure out when is a retracement just a retracement back to support, not to where it had broken out from, but just back to support. It was just a normal jostling of moving up or down. Or in a bear market, when was it just a counter trend rally up into resistance? And that's what this green and red line allows me to do. So it typically is the first place of support or resistance in the move. So let's take a look at when I was doing the show today, what I was sharing with folks out there is let's watch the 30-minute time frame chart for the NQ. And the reason was because it was creating really two different patterns, one of two different patterns. One, I refer to it's the TD9 count pattern. And on bars 8, 9, or the bar following 9 is when we can see a high or low inside the marketplace. So if we just take a look at those 9 counts, on my chart here, we'll see that if we come back to about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, this is back on May 28th, the NQ topped with bar 8 of that TD9 count.
Yes. When
the NQ formed a bottom, this is at 1 o'clock in the afternoon on May 29th, it was the bar following bar 9. That was the most recent bottom. Well, now we came into the 2 o'clock time frame today, we got bar number 8 again. Now, when price pushed lower, since then, it found support at Stevie's green line. We can see how right here at 2:30, 3 o'clock, I take that back, right at 3 o'clock, price hit that level and it bounced off. It did the same thing at the 3:30 time bar out here. But price is not taking out that high. So as long as the high is not taken out, it's really kind of neutral right now, Tom, because it's between what I would call resistance, the high of that 8 bar, and then Stevie's green line. So this is really cool, folks, because if the high doesn't get taken out, whether it's before the cash close or the close at 5 o'clock this evening on the NQ, watch overnight, because if price starts trading below the green line level, which right now is about 30.53, we should see price pull back to 30.45, 30.41, or even 30.36. That's what I would be watching. So here, and so it was great watching the space shuttle, so to speak, or whatever they're referring it to. Yes. having them talk about the tools, or just simply keeping that into its proper orbit so that it could dock properly. And those are really the same tools that I use each day when I'm calling the market, either for subscribers or during the radio show. Now, I put that chart away, and here, this happens to take a look at 6 of our major international markets.
Okay.
We've got the Dow in the left-hand panel, the NASDAQ right next to it, then we've got the Nikkei. Below that, you've got the Hang Seng, the DAX, and then the FTSE. And the idea is to try to get some perspective on the market. Where are we at? Well, if you take a look at the Dow, it's sitting really right at the 0.618 retracement. So not bad. The NASDAQ, as you pointed out, all the way back to its highs, likely headed to the 97.36-ish area, the top of that NDX 100. The Nikkei almost about a 0.786 retracement. When we take a look at the guys on the bottom level here, you've got the DAX, only a 0.618 retracement. So lagging the NASDAQ, basically the point of this set of charts here, it's just the NASDAQ, just like you and Dave were talking about, how we've got this paradigm shift where you've got online that's just simply totally demoralizing at this stage. Here, the brick and mortar business.
Yes.
If we take a look at some of these other markets, so we can see it's really just the technology area that is where the focus is. So let me get to the chase right here, because we've got about a minute left. So we took a look at those TD9 counts just on a 30-minute time frame. And folks, this works for every time frame. And if we look at this is something that that subscribers receive each morning. It allows them to understand the different patterns that are in play for the daily time frame, the weekly time frame, different levels of support. Now, these pink highlighted levels, if you look, it says D TD9. Okay. These are the daily TD9 count patterns. And if there's a star next to it, it tells us that it's a valid count, meaning that it's bar 8, 9, or the bar following 9 that has made the high out here. And so just like we looked at for the 30-minute time frame, we took a look at 3 different time frames where the 9 count had identified a top or a bottom. We've got it here for the NASDAQ Composite, the Dow Jones Transports, the Russell 2000, the semiconductors, the S&P, and the Wilshire 5000. That's on the daily time frame.
It makes it pretty easy, pretty cool.
Yeah, if we slide over to the weekly, look, we've also got 8 counts on the NASDAQ Composite, the NDX 100, the Russell 2000, the Wilshire 5000 out here. So, folks, what I'm going to say to you is that June, even though it's maybe just summertime trading, this could be quite an interesting month, Tom. And this week or next week, we could see the high for the summer.
And folks, real easy to get his newsletter. You saw the graph that's going out there. I mean, that's about as easy as you get when you're looking at it as to where you are in the markets. Come over to our website at TFNN. You're going to go into featured content. You can get it for a month, 6 months, a year. All come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, folks. Steve, have a great one, safe one. Of course, we look forward to showing tomorrow.
Thanks, Tom. Take care.
Thank you. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors. If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 66. Nasdaq is up 59. S&Ps are up 10. And let's get over. We get a few equities that are coming out the next couple of days with numbers, folks. One of them happens to be Zoom, and Zoom has been zooming. There's no two ways about this, man. The stock is up $23 today, or over 10%. The low for the year in Zoom, folks, is $60. The high today, which is a 205.87, and this is quite a chart, man. I mean, this is one big monster out here. And let's see what they're looking for. They are looking to, revenue-wise, they're coming out after the close tomorrow, well, 5:30. So not right. The futures will be open, but that won't be active. So they're looking to bring to the top line $203 million. They're looking to the bottom line to bring basically 1/10 of a penny, but they're looking for a positive. What's going to be intriguing here is that I'm not quite sure whether these numbers were here before COVID or after it, if they've changed them at all. But you can expect some big numbers out of this equity, no doubt about it. Dick's Sporting Goods. Dick's Sporting Goods, I believe, is going to come out before the market open tomorrow. Yeah, this is going to be before the market open tomorrow. The low for the year in Dick's, 130. The high is 49. You're at 36 right now. This is certainly going to be an intriguing one. The reason being, of course, is that you're talking about huge box store, you're talking about retail, and you're talking about a sector that has been basically destroyed. That being said, Dick's chart-wise is not destroyed. This was a disaster on the way down, no doubt about it. Went from $49 down to $13. Clawed all the way back, as we say, we're at 36, but you're inside the range, man. I mean, this was trading, folks, at the same price going all the way back to January of 2016. So it crawled back inside that range. It's going to be intriguing to see, number one, where they're getting their business from. When they were closed down, how much business they did. There's no doubt. At Tommy and I show this morning, Tommy was talking about the aspect that, he was actually ordering things from Dick's sneakers, and they had curbside pickup. So if a lot of people did that, maybe they get some numbers. Let's go to John in Orlando. Hey, John, what's going on?
Tom, how you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. Yourself?
Good. I want to ask you about Newmont. I have some July contract, 58.50.
Nice.
How is Newmont looking?
Okay, so let's take a look. So Newmont, the low for the year is 32, the high 69. You're up $1.88 right now. Okay, so we pulled back down. You went to breakout area. That was fine. You stopped pulling. Yeah, you get action, man. I would just stay right there. So what you have here is this. Newmont on this last run up, folks, is one of the strongest gold stocks there were. It ran from $33 on March 16th all the way up to $69. You pull back down, as all the equities did last week. You pulled right into the breakout area. You rejected lower price. So I suspect, you're going to get some action here. The closer that you start getting, John, to this 66 to 69, if you have volume behind the move, stay right there. If you don't, then I'd basically peel off some of those options. But you get action. What you are seeing out here today is this. Because gold ran first, and then you had some of the bigger gold stocks, meaning Newmont running, Barrick running, Agnico Eagle running. What you have out here today, folks, is this. The silver market is continuing to run. That's up another 34%. Now, gold's only flat. That being said, what you're getting out here today is that the small gold stocks are running. They're running big. They're up like 10%. The silver stocks are running. They're also up like 10%. So you're going to be fine with Newmont, John. It's just the other ones that are basically catching up with them, and that's kind of how that metals market works, man. So I'd stay right there. Let me just see. So you get
is acting strong.
Yeah, you get the July ones, right?
Yes.
If you watch me
2nd,
Tiger TV, folks, all I'm doing is bringing up a calendar here. I'm trying to figure out. So in July. So July 17th, you get a long time, man. That's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Cooking, brother. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. So what he had, folks, he had the options for July, the monthly options. All options, monthly options, folks, expire. That's why I was looking at the calendar, the third week of the month. That's how that shakes out, the third Friday of the month. What does happen, sometimes you get a much longer month if, in fact, the month started like on a sad day. On a sad day. If it starts on a sad day, bottom line is that turns into a longer month. In this particular case, that third is that's June. Yeah, July 17th. And you see what's interesting about this. Okay, so watch this too. This is cool to understand. Now watch this. If you're in this option market, you want to look at these Julys. You know why, folks? Because you're really almost trading Junes, because July 4th is sad day. That means that July 3rd we're going to be closed. You get a long weekend and really only get 2 weeks of trading inside those options in July. That's important to understand, no doubt. Market-wise out here, we get one of the targets saying that the volume is dying on the vine, and it really today, folks, is a very large contraction of the volume inside the SPYs as well as the NDX 100 as they are going into highs. And there's no doubt we're in summer trading right now. What happens with summer trading is that on a Monday and on a Friday, you're going to get a contraction of volume. Now, does that matter? It matters to me. Yes, it does, okay? Because what happens is that it doesn't matter whether it's summer trading or not. If I was a bull, I would want to see a pullback right now at 46 million shares trading inside the SPY versus equities going higher. That's, and the reason being, of course, is that it wouldn't matter if you were out shopping and it's summer trading. The bottom line is if there were less people that wanted the product and you could actually see those people, you wouldn't be paying up more money for the product. And that's the thesis behind price and volume, where they're moving, where a market finds that where the supply-demand curve is. Okay, what is that supply and demand curve? Where is it? How much are operators pushing it higher and or lower? And all of that, folks, is what markets do every single day. Someone is always pushing markets around. Whether it's the Fed, whether it's you and I, whether it's the hedge funds, you name it, they're pushing it around. Let's go take a look at Harmony Gold. Harmony right now is trading at $340. And what you're going to get out here is that the bottom line is that can this get back to the 393? Yeah, it can. I'd be a little careful with Harmony, and this is why. As we go over to the Rand, what you're going to see is the dollar goes down, the rand, okay, is going to get much stronger. So the rand dollar right now is 17.38 rand dollars to one U.S. dollar, when 2 months ago it was 19.35. If the dollar goes to 94, you're going to see this rand all the way down to 15 or something. So different ball game. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Back in the day, I joined Hotel California in 2006, and like many of you, was drawn in by, as well as,
whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows.
You see, I believe that everything in life happens for us, not to us. And Tom ignited the fire within me to want to learn how to master the markets. So how did I go from knowing nothing about technical analysis to becoming the #1 market timer for the S&P 500 in 2018 and the #2 market timer in 2019? Simply put, I hired coaches with a proven track record, which led me to a whole new set of tools that I created to interpret the message of buyers and sellers. I would love the opportunity to teach you this award-winning set of tools and help you improve your market timing. You can test drive my newsletter service, Mastering Probabilities, for the next 30 days with no risk to you. Plus, you'll gain access to archive workshops that'll take you step by step through my system. Sign up today by going to the homepage of TFNN.com and selecting Mastering Probability in the newsletter tab.
Bam!
With markets trading with extreme volatility and peaks and troughs everywhere, regardless of what you're looking at in the markets, this is a great time to see the type of analysis Basil Chapman delivers for his subscribers every market day with the Opening Call newsletter. Basil has been analyzing markets, providing his take for subscribers to his trading services since 1984. Every morning, Basil publishes an update for his subscribers, along with weekend and evening updates when warranted. The Opening Call provides traders a daily market overview with regard to the direction of the key indices, selective stocks, and commodities, along with specific recommendations, including stops and targets. You also gain instant access to Basil's subscriber webinar archive from earlier this year, a dark cloud cover, and essential market analysis. Ride the Chapman wave today by signing up for the Opening Call newsletter on the front page of TFNN.com under the newsletter tab. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Sign up today.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 102, Nasdaq's up 65, S&Ps are up 12. Let's go over and take a look at Vista Gold. We started the program out, folks. We had Mark from Boston called about Vista Gold, and I was explaining, that's why I had asked him, he traded it before. Because I want to show you something that just happened coming into the close out here about how this trades. So Vista Gold, folks, okay, was up 9 cents. We traded up to 99 cents, and what you just saw is that if we take a look at this, you're going to see that it just went down 8 cents in about a heartbeat. And what you had here, folks, is this. This is sad but true how this works, okay, is that when you have someone that has a lot of shares and they don't understand how they can feed into the marketplace, right, what you're going to see here is that even when it was trading at 99, someone turned around and just wanted out, okay? But this is, anyway, the bottom line is that they executed a trade at 95 cents at 20,000. Then they went in for another 62,000, and they did this at 93 cents. So if you're in an equity like this, the bottom line is that the way you feed into it is just that. You don't turn around and put 80,000 shares out, which, of a 90-cent stock is only $80,000, $70,000. Bottom line is that you start feeding into them. And as you feed in, you can feed in 5 or 10,000 at a time real easy. And the stock would have took that because the market maker would have went back on the other side again. When you feed in 60, 70, 80,000, you just think you're going to get a fill. Well, you're dreaming, okay? But that's just happened in that equity, and that's not unusual. That's how that equity trades. And I can tell you, if you fed into it, the bottom line is that the price would have held. Because the market maker himself, what the market maker himself is trying to do, all he's doing by, the stocks, they still trade a couple million a day. He's trying to basically make a penny to 2 penny on that couple of million a day. That's how this thing shakes out. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, and fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night. Have a safe night. Come back and visit us tomorrow morning, 8:30. Tommy kicks us off in the morning. Great program. Please tell your friends about TFNN. Tell them to go to YouTube, hit TFNN, subscribe. Look at them, folks.